Okay, so now we're going to go to a slightly more elaborate version of the model. And it turns out when you're trying to decide whether the bathtub's ready to enter or not, you don't really want to know what the volume of water in the bathtub is. What you really want to know is how high is the water on the side, or what is the depth of water in the bathtub. And that's a pretty simple calculation. You would take the volume of water in the bathtub and divide it by the area of the base of the bathtub, and that would give you the height of the water in the bathtub. And that's what you really care about. So how would you do that? Well, you have to do that calculation of the volume in the bathtub divided by the base of the bathtub. So you need to know those two variables. And the way you do that in Stella is with this thing called a converter. So you need a converter down here that, let's just call this the base of the bathtub, or I'm sorry, the depth of the bathtub. And you need some input to that. You could just put a number in, of course, but it's unconnected. What we said we needed to calculate it was the bathtub volume plus some other value for the base of the bathtub. Again, Stella is funny this way, so we want to go over here and get another converter, and we'll call this converter the area of bathtub base. So we need both of these, both the volume of bathtub and the area of the bathtub in order to calculate the depth of the bathtub. And we have to connect these so that that information is available for the calculation. So we're going to take the area of the bathtub and connect it to the depth of the bathtub. And then we're going to take the bathtub volume and connect it to the depth of the bathtub. So I have to put a number in here for the area of the base. So let's just say it's 0.5 centimeters, square centimeters. So that's the area of the base. And now it's time to go into the depth of the bathtub. And you see up here in the required inputs, it offers you the two things you connected with that red arrow. And what we want to do is take bathtub, see it appears down here, and then divide it by area of the base. And see, that appears down here, so it's ready to do the calculation. And of course, we want to see some of this in the graph. So let's go ahead. We have bathtub, drain, and faucet in the graph. That's three things. That's pretty confusing. So let's leave that there. But still, what we really want to know is the depth of the bathtub. So I'm going to go up here and choose this little funny looking icon, put it there, and you see it says numeric display. And if I click on the question mark, it offers me all of these things that it'll show in a numeric display. What I'm interested in is the depth of the bathtub. So I'm going to click that, choose it, say OK, and now we're ready to run. So I'm going to run the model, and here we go. The same data that we had last time. It's showing you the final at the end of 12 seconds, the final height or depth of the bathtub. If you want more detail, you can just hover over the depth of the bathtub and it shows you a little graph of what happened over the model runtime. Okay, another more complicated version of this model is coming up next.